Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Today is April 30th, 2021. Thanks so much for joining me today and every morning on YouTube. Before we begin, make sure to click bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There is a little icon or logo. Click that, turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Really do appreciate it as always. Let's go and talk about markets first. But guess who's here in the house? It's Kevin. You probably know him from Instagram, our VP. He just wants to say what's up. He came by to say what's up at my place. We're probably going to hang out this weekend, us and the team. So some really good content is going to come out this weekend. Probably going to talk some markets. Keep it locked on YouTube. Keep it locked on IG. Kevin, how you feeling, man?
Doing great, man. But this market, damn, futures they should be bouncing here off the 200. So let's see how the week ends.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see what happens. Obviously, at the end of the day, we're gonna talk about it. So
Yeah.
you and I will probably go over more stuff this weekend. We're gonna probably have the large screen.
Yeah.
Probably go over a bunch of stuff, some really good stuff, because there's a lot to digest in this market. But for now, let's just go ahead and report what we got. Let's see what we're looking at pre-market. Let's see some charts, answer some questions, and we'll keep the ball rolling. Dow Jones is down 159 points. NASDAQ down 105. S&P down 23, about 0.56%. Russell's down about 1%, 2269. Bitcoin futures are up about 3.7%. Crude oil is down 2.29%. Gold futures, 1769 an ounce. They're green. Silver futures up 0.69%, 2626 an ounce. The VIX is up 4.26% at the 18 handle. Like I've said before, that 20 handle, that's your line. Once we start breaking the above the 20, then we can start seeing some trend changes short term in E-mini futures and the S&P. Dollar index is up about 0.27%, 90.85 each. Euro dollar right now is at 120.88, down 32 pips. Dollar yen is flat, 108.92 for my Forex people. That's where we are. Okay, so a couple things, couple headlines. U.S. March Core PCE Price Index. This is an inflationary reading, 1.8% year over year, met expectations. U.S. March Core PCE Price Index up 0.4%. That was higher than expectations of 0.03. U.S. March personal spending rose 4.2% month over month versus the estimate of 4.1%. So we obviously got more spending by the public. Second thing today, the really big headline here, what you're seeing here, is the headline. China warns large tech firms as industry faces rising oversight. That's all you need to know. China definitely is not playing ball when it comes to that stuff. When it comes to regulation of mega cap firms, such as Google over there, such as Apple and all these tech companies. So we kind of have a bunch of factors working out here. But let's go ahead and go over some pre-market movers, and then we can see what's moving, what's shaking. So again, basically the main thing here. Hey, good morning. The main thing here is that we just want to kind of, I hate to say, kind of leave with our balls intact. We don't want to go too crazy. Been a wild week. It's been a rough one, that's for sure. At least for me. Last couple of weeks have been very rough. Lost some money, but this is the name of the game. I really didn't even trade that much this week, but it's just been brutal. So again, that's just the name of the game. These are ups and downs. Sometimes you flush, sometimes you bust. But that's just really the name of the game. But I'll be the first one to tell you, man, it's been a rough 2 weeks. But the good news is that I had a great first 2 weeks. So again, it's ebb and flow. And the more you do this, guys, the more you just get used to it. And you don't even think about it at the end of the day. It's kind of like driving a car. The first time you drove a car when you're 16, you were freaking out over everything. Driving, braking, shifting, reversing, you name it. And now you're probably a little older. You probably zone out when you're driving. Kind of the same thing. Trading becomes that way where it's just like riding a bike. You don't think about it. You just kind of go with the market. All right, let's take a look at some pre-market movers here with our friends at investing.com. Naked Brand is up 11% pre-market. Again, that's the first thing that came up on my screen. Microvision is down 24%. That was like a little Reddit thing. I think they were talking about a short squeeze. Be careful. I was looking at those unusual options activities. I did not get in, and Microvision didn't work out. It did tank a little bit. There was some volume of 35 for this week. For May, excuse me. Good thing I didn't get into those. Nokia is up 2%. Twitter is down 13.5%. They got tons of downgrades, so be careful with Twitter. Twitter might be a short. Again, let's keep an eye on it. NEO had great numbers. China headlines come. Maybe retaliation. Down 3%. I still love the stock long term. I own shares. I'll go over a couple of levels that I like. Apple, 131.93 is down about 1%. Again, all these big tech companies. Microsoft is down. I bought the dip yesterday on Microsoft, a little nibbling here and there. These kind of days I do like as an investor because I can start taking a look at what I want to buy. Yesterday I did buy some Microsoft. Today I'll be buying some SpyG. I do so every Friday. SpyG, you know, that's my baby. I love me some SpyG. Again, I love discounts, so that's what I like going by. Boeing's down 1%. Chevron, they reported numbers. They're down 2%. The only thing that's up today pre-market in the Dow is Procter & Gamble, of course, consumer defensive. Ford Motor Company is green, 0.71% in the S&P. Tesla's down about 1.85%. American Airlines down 1.22%. Exxon did report numbers. They're down about 0.5%. Facebook, after an amazing quarter yesterday, they're down 1%. Western Digital did report earnings yesterday. They're up 3.89%. Amazon reported a blockbuster quarter. If you want to hear more details on it, take a look at our aftermarket recap on Instagram, IGTV. Amazon is up 2% off its highs. This is why I did not trade Amazon. First of all, it's very expensive to trade. And number two, you're not going to get that kind of vol to move. I mean, you got as high as 3.5%. Now it's about 2%. So again, time decay against you. If you're planning for this week, do the cheaper one. Just be careful when it comes to Amazon. Again, I have nothing against you guys trading Amazon. If it works for you, great. I just can't signal that because it's just too damn expensive. That's all. Intel's down about 1%. Texas Instruments down 1.78%. So again, looking at the semiconductors, they're taking some hit here. Skyworks is down about 7.5%. They reported earnings. And taking a look at the NASDAQ, one last piece. Nothing really stands out that we need to be worrying about. Let's take a look at crypto, and then we're going to answer some questions, and we'll do some charting together. Bitcoin, 54,714. Pretty big. Leveled at 55 level, so let's keep an eye on that. Ethereum, I said that on Twitter. It's probably the most consistent thing I've seen the last couple of months is Ethereum. That thing's going to break 2,800 probably by this weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks 3,000 by Monday. If it does, awesome, party time. I own it. I don't trade it. I just own Ethereum. Just buy them long-term. Dollar cost average. Keep life simple. Binance Coin I don't own. They're up. They're flat. XRP, Ripple, I own some, $1.60. But I can't sell it because I bought it through Coinbase and they basically locked it out that you can't buy it. Can't buy it or sell it. Cardano, 134. Dogcoin is at 31 cents. Had someone ask me on Instagram, well, my social media manager told me that that one member was asking me that, is Dogcoin a good investment? I think Dogcoin is a pure gamble. If you want to gamble it and you're willing to put your risk management in check, sure, I don't care. Go for it. But if it's an investment, no, I don't think so. I think you'll be better with Bitcoin or Ethereum. Just my 2 cents with that. And hopefully it does go to 2 cents. Well, I hope it doesn't go to 2 cents, I mean Dogcoin. All right, so let's go ahead and answer some questions, and we'll take a look. Good morning, Roy. How low will the NASDAQ probably go? Good question. So let's go ahead and expand our chart on NASDAQ. Right here, we're on the hourly, so we can really get a gauge. Really, we've just been chopping up on the NASDAQ really since the 8th of April. Your big support level is really 13.7. I think in order to go short, if you really want to go ahead and maybe play a retracement down, maybe get down to 13,000, 13,657 is a level to watch on NASDAQ. Does that mean it will continue to go down? No, because all we did really on the daily is not even hit any major moving averages. We're way above the 50. So what this is telling you right here is consolidation. So I'm staying bullish on tech. I think you stick with tech. I think that in the middle of the summer with most of the stock market movement, I think cyclicals are going to do better. I think energy is going to do better. I think financials is going to do better. I think we'll get a re-rotation. I think the mega cap names, even though they have blockbuster quarters, will consolidate. They're just going to take a breather. And I don't expect a lot of moves in the summer from them. But right now in the NASDAQ, you can see it's just a consolidation right above around really 13.8. I would say 1367 is my down trade. If it does break down, I will target the 50-day. I have no problem shorting the market short term, even though we're in a bull market. As you can see, we're still within this channel here. So it still looks solid here, NQ, NASDAQ, long. Again, you're just going to deal with the points of consolidation. Again, all this is headline based. Good morning, boss. Klaus is asking, Palantir football. Palantir is one of my favorite companies to own, and I do want to own it long term. I still own it. It is down about 38 cents pre-market. Really, all it has done is same thing. Has consolidated really since the big boost of February. So right around February 18th, you've been kind of stuck in this range between 28 and 20. So what do you do here? Right here, in my opinion, I've been buying dips on Palantir. Anything below maybe 21, I'll go ahead and get some. Below 20, I'm definitely buying a lot more. So again, I own a decent amount of Palantir. I want to own it. Again, these data companies have been taking a lot of hits. Think of Datadog, think of Redfin, think of Crowdfire? Crowd something? CrowdStrike?
Oh
Yeah. All the Oracle, you name, CRM, which is Salesforce, they've been all taking a hit, all the software companies. So I think when you're looking at long term, a good name is a good name. A good house is a good house, regardless of what someone else prices it. I think you need to change your mindset when it comes to these companies. Really, what do you think Microsoft's worth? If you think Microsoft is worth a $300 per share valuation, which I do, then anything at $250 is a great deal. Same thing. So if you own an asset, a house, it doesn't matter what Zillow says. What do you think? So again, that's how you really stock shop. I think Palantir, in my opinion, is a $50 stock, and it's right now at $23.87. I think it's great long term. I wouldn't buy it here. I'd wait around $21.20 to buy, but right now it's just sideways. So it's just really consolidation, just like the Nasdaq. Another one is football. Football I like. They're probably going right now. They're down about 60 cents pre-market because Roku removed YouTube TV off their service. So most of the streaming is going to take a little bit of a hit. As all it did, football TV did, is reject the 200-day moving average on the daily. That's all it did. Below 15, I'm a buyer. Right now, I'm just holding on. I would love for football to break the 50-day, 27.64 on the daily. If we look at the hourly on football, it's just sideways action. So don't trade it. Really nothing to do here. Tell your friend in the back, say hi. Come here, Kevin. They're saying hi. Daniel, this is Kevin. He's our VP. He handles all the chats for us on Discord. So again, more than a friend, man. More than a friend.
Hey,
family.
say hi.
He's family. So
yeah, I mean,
go.
we've been together for like 4 years, 5 years?
4 years now.
Yeah.
4 years. 4 of the longest years of my life.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, definitely.
More to go.
Hey, a smart mind, great guy. Anything you need, hit him up on his Instagram too. Kev, G.A.R Capital. He's more than happy to help.
Yeah, just let me know any questions. Here to help.
Absolutely. All right. Lenny's asking about Apple. So let's take a look at Apple on the hourly. Again, you had that big move. Again, they had a smash quarter, guys. A smash quarter. So you have two camps. They cannot repeat it. They'll bet against Apple. And two, it's undervalued technically. I think it's undervalued technically. Apple is actually my largest position in my portfolio, not named Bitcoin. True story. So right now, below 130, I'm a buyer. Below 130, I'll be buying more shares. Right now, my target by at least the summer is 145. It'll break 140 in my opinion. I wouldn't trade it here. I would just wait sideways. Nothing's happening. A lot of consolidation, we know. Right around 130, 150, you'll be getting. You should pull the trigger on buying some more. Again, guys, if you read their numbers, they're absolutely insane. Really the companies that I saw that had really stupid earnings, like they're so good they're dumb. Like it's almost like they're cooking the books. Apple, Amazon, and Google. Oh, Microsoft too. Those four. If you had a child today and you wanted to invest in their future, you buy those 4 stocks, you don't do anything else, and you're set. You'll be set. You're not going to get tons of volatility, and you're going to be chilling. It's a great company. Apple's going to be fine, 100%. CCIV. Volatile, keep in mind. 25 calls, Palantir calls for 25. CCIV. I would wait for the 200-day to break right around 2268, 2275, 23. So I would not do anything yet. If you're really looking at technical analysis, it's really 2330, 2350. If we look at the daily on CCIV, it's really just a nothing burger like football. This is why I haven't traded football lately. Same thing, sideways action. This is all the SPAC boom and push back. Same thing with football, same thing with Palantir. All the momentum names took a hit in February, but you can see how high they can go. I think CCIV still has a little bit of room to go. It needs to break 26, 27, well, actually around 25. On the hourly, around 23.17 to trade. To invest in, if you wanted to buy shares, I think 26.27 would be a nice break to the high. If you're looking for a nice deep discount, 18.23 should be decent. You can see it's a retest of that second support. If you're looking for that first support, it's below 10 bucks. I doubt we get there. All right, next, Palantir. Yeah, like we talked about before with Palantir, the 25 calls. I wouldn't touch anything with Palantir yet. It's just there's nothing there. I don't want you guys getting beat up with time decay. Excuse me. Microsoft's a beast. I mean, below 250 I bought, and right now it's back below 250. I say we bounce here. I think Microsoft's an amazing company. They had a blockbuster quarter. You hold on to this name. You don't trade it. You just own it 100%. I trade the stock. I mean, if you want to trade options, if you're looking for upside options, you could test. You can target the 255s. I wouldn't just yet. I want to see the price action first on Microsoft. Would be great to see if you retest the low of 248.97 and bounce, and then we'll see if you can get into the 255s for next week. Could be something to watch. XBI based puts based on charts. XBI is the biotech ETF. There is a gap down, yes. A lot of the healthcare companies have taken a little bit of a hit with earnings. Would I get into puts? No, because it's holding the 100-day so far in the hourly. So break that, then maybe target the 134, 135 puts if there's volume. But I'd keep it very tight on XBI. When it comes to ETFs, it can be a little difficult to get some really out-of-the-money puts or out-of-the-money calls. You kind of want to keep it nice and tight. Just a heads up. Thoughts on apps had good earnings too. Let's take a look at apps. Digital Turbine, I didn't read their call. I don't see that they did earnings. Maybe it hasn't been posted here. But right now it's rejecting the 200. So I don't see anything really here. You're pretty much just ranging since last Monday. Let's see. PayPal May 7, 290 calls. That's really out of the money, and you have a week. So I would be careful. If you get a spike here, maybe to around 267, I'd close. It's really, really too far out there. I don't think that's going to work. Would Facebook fall into the category of solid earnings, or they were a bit under that? Facebook, again, the only thing, Facebook had great earnings, and they have amazing margins. They're a great run company. They have tons of cash, zero debt. Mind you, Facebook. The only thing with Facebook is the congressional oversight, A, and B, just a lot of like a section, I think it's just section 203, 208. I think it's section 203, 208, I forget the number, where the social media giants are getting a lot of pushback from Congress, both sides of the for privacy reasons and whatever. So that's really the only issue with the headwind against Facebook. Again, I don't have issues with Facebook. I own them. I own some shares, not tons. They're extremely profitable, but they're a lot more volatile than an Apple, an Amazon, and a Google. But again, earnings were great. Again, their balance sheet is amazing. So you really can't do wrong with Facebook. But again, the problem with Facebook is there's a lot of headwinds, a lot of political stuff that you can be very careful of. If you can handle the drawdowns on Facebook, a 10%, a 5% move in a week, then you're fine. If you like something a little more stable, I think Google is probably your better bet. Why did not QQQ up when Amazon went up? Because everything else did not follow suit. Semiconductors are taking a big, big hit. The chip shortage is really hurting these companies, guys, just so you know. So again, that's reverberating in the market. Obviously, the China headline didn't help, but right now, Amazon being up 2% wasn't enough to drag the market up on Qs. That's really the only reason. And remember, Tesla's a part of it too, and Tesla's down pre-market as well. NVIDIA calls on earnings. I would not trade NVIDIA on earnings. Just be careful. We saw what AMD did. So again, they had a great quarter and then they fell. So I think NVIDIA has a great quarter as well. Don't trade the number. I would say look for an opportunity to buy shares. So there you go. Where are your buys on Amazon and Google at? Amazon, I would buy. Well, obviously, I would want to wait for a dip. If we're at 35.46 new all-time highs, maybe a retest of 3,400, 3,300 would be nice. Let's see if we get it. And Google, I do not own Google. I'm kind of kicking myself for it. I don't mind owning it. I'm okay with it, but I just don't own it. So I have to figure out if I want to add more tech to my portfolio. Maybe I do some rebalancing. I do own Google with SpyG, so at least that. So where would you buy some more if I were you today? Looking at the daily, 21.38 is that 50-day. That seems to be a really good check back. Actually, the 50-day, even Steve Grasso said it on Fast Money, the 50-day seems to be that check back number. That seems to be a good place to buy, get some really deep discounts. Yeah, exactly. Trading on earnings is very difficult, guys. I hate to say this. A couple of years ago, these stocks were not as mature as they are now. If you were going back to 2015, 2016, Amazon, Apple, Google, they weren't as mature. They didn't have those valuations meet up to where they are now. So you had a lot more volatility, meaning a 4%, 5% move. Tesla on earnings would run 20%. Now it's like 1 to 2%. These are more mature companies. So you're not going to get those moves that you need in order to make money on earnings with options, especially same week options. So again, just be careful. I say this, test your theories on demo. Write it down, test it. I'm okay with you trying. I'm okay with you just practicing. Totally fine. But demo it, write it down. There's a free demo account on TD Ameritrade. Go nuts. That's where you want to practice all your moves. Someone asked me about my sleeve. It's a ton of stuff. I'm a Scorpio, so I have a scorpion here, a snake, and I have flowers all over. This took about 13 hours of total work for my buddy Mitch in Miami. It's a great piece. I get a lot of compliments from it, but I love it, absolutely. So one more question before we end it here. Apple June 18th, 140s. Wow, that's actually not a bad call. I don't know if it's around the earnings report. The only problem I have is I think tech is going to consolidate a little bit. So a part of me says no. I kind of think it's okay, but I'd wait on it. Just my opinion. Twitter long. One more on Twitter because it could be possibly a put. We are now at 56.20. Wow, way below. Now we're coming back to this daily channel. What's the next level? 51.47 is your next level down. So it could be a put on Twitter. So 51.47 is your next is the 50-day moving average, your next moving average down. Actually, no, it's the 200-day moving average. We just broke the 50, we broke the 100. So 51.47 is really the last line of defense for Twitter. If it breaks that, it's going to get down to 45, honestly. And it would be an absolute total overreaction to earnings, and that would be a really deep discount. And they actually beat on daily active users. They beat on top and bottom line growth. So I think it's just an overreaction on a decent company. Not his best. I think Square's a better company for Jack Dorsey, but Twitter's fine. They'll get to monetizing soon. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Yeah, it's Kevin in the back. That's Kevin in the back right here. Sanaif is asking.
Oh.
Yeah, so
hey guys. Yeah.
we'll do more videos this weekend as the whole team is getting together.
Yep.
You know, obviously we're getting together. We're all in different parts of the country, so it's nice to always get together, talk shop, and talk strategy. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. I will see you for the aftermarket recap today, and have a good one, team. We'll catch you later.
See you in the chat.